That's a Scorpio thing.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
Here we go. You remember back in the day, people used to feel good when they used to hear "Here we go."
Yeah.
That boy be like,
Here we go.
and that boy be like, "Shut up."
Yeah. Here we go. We're going to the playoffs.
They don't want to hear that. Here we go.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie. When we was getting our hit bust in the Green Bay game, dog, I was tired of it.
I know. Hey, listen. That "Here we go." It was the national anthem at first.
That's all we had.
Man, we was
That was our
going
culture.
That was it. We was at the games. Everybody was greeting each other. Here we go,
Bro, on the plane.
Yeah, no
on the
bull.
plane, bro, we was on the plane going crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Now we ain't even got that.
boys. Better not ever say that. Here we go again. That shit.
Dog, between that and Carpe Omnia, like, don't Carpe nothing this year. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't give me,
Wow,
dog, don't give me,
guys.
like, don't give me no finish to fight. Don't give me nothing. Just shut up. Shut up and play.
Wow.
Shut up and tackle.
dribble. Hush. Hush.
Hey.
Here we go. Rub it in. Rub it in.
The final word. Oh, man. Nah, Dak, man. Let your Here We Go off, man.
Final word.
Y'all still got them. I'm going to give you one of them shirts, man.
I ain't mad at that.
Hey, I had to put mine on the shelf, dog. I had to Here We Go. I had all that ready to go, bro. Had to take that off the shelf real fast. Nope.
Ooh. So. Ooh. Man.
Jimmy Curse, man. I got a Jimmy Curse shirt still in the plastic, man. I ain't even pulled out the plastic yet.
You can't blame it on Jimmy no more. Remember the days we used to blame it on Jimmy?
Right. Once we put him in the ring of honor, the curse will be lifted.
Y'all better leave Rowdy alone. It ain't Rowdy's fault.
Yeah,
Don't blame Rowdy either.
We be blaming Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy next, man. They don't get Rowdy up out of there.
Final word.
Still ain't gonna do nothing. Because it's the culture.
We gonna get everybody up out of there but Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, man. Like,
Hey,
you know,
that's high.
they cold-blooded though, man.
And my boy Law got a button say it's an evil world.
The final word.
Y'all channels live, everybody live.
Yes, sir.
And make sure everybody get their check.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That's work too damn hard.
Say,
It's
don't
your
play.
birthday.
Don't play with mine. Don't play with mine.
Word.
The final
All right,
word.
man. Let's go ahead and kick it off.
Final word.
Rome in the building. Rome. Amp in the house.
Yeah, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up.
Yeah.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick, it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL draft,
Empty.
the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb. Oh,
Y'all took me. Let's just stop doing that video.
Tuck,
Let's
pick
go have
the
your
first
chance. I've been trying to find that.
I will move down.
The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin.
No,
We got a trade. We got a trade.
BossCowboySports and the OC
We got a
and
trade.
Skywalker. I said this is the place to move
We were
down.
just sitting here talking
Now,
Justin
listen,
Fields.
I said it
Oh
loud and
my
clear. This
God,
is the
to
place
the
to move down.
Go hard, but go home. Go hard, but go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach.
Nope.
This is about where I had Jake Ferguson.
Right.
Really solid player from Wisconsin.
Yep.
He can do all of it. He can block.
All
he
of
can
it.
run routes.
Yep.
He can actually make people miss in the
Easily.
open field.
Have a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
All right, man.
A whole montage intro of us killing it. It's still down. Love it. I love it.
All right, so we got on that thumbnail, we gonna talk about receiver. We gonna talk about it. Hey, but we flexible over here. All right, so we gonna also talk about some of this latest stuff, right? Because when stuff happen, I think it's good for all of us to kind of give our commentary on it. So it's been a while since I played this, but my boy's back. Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket is back.
The Cowboys to the armpit.
When you get to Houston, is it vastly different than your time in Dallas whenever you're talking about all the off the field? Is it? Is that real?
That was one of the first things that kind of stuck out to me is like, it feels like much more, I don't want to say college because it's not, but like the focus is just football, you know what I mean? And going back and like telling some people like how kind of being around the Cowboys like practice facility and game day, describing some of the interactions and stuff that you see on a day-to-day basis, like surprised a lot of people. They're like, holy crap, like that actually happens like at a practice facility. And like, it's just, you think it's normal, and then you come to a place like this.
Like what? You don't have to out anything, but like, what do you?
No, dude, it's just like there's people literally going on tours while you're lifting in the weight room, and they've got like a one-way mirror for people to like look at. Like it's a zoo, dude. People tapping on the glass, like trying to get people's attention as they're doing, power cleans or whatnot.
Well,
and it's different, and I mean that's the brand that they've built. That's that's what Jerry Jones likes. That's the way that they run things, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you don't realize like how many eyeballs and how much that can maybe distract from stuff just in the locker room, being in the facility, until you go somewhere else and you're like, holy crap, like dude, there's none of that. Like this is also a really well run organization in Houston.
Oh. All right, Tuck. It seems like it's something on your heart.
I mean, honestly, when you hear Dalton Schultz talk about that with Pat McAfee, my question to Cowboys fans is, where is the lie? And what I've been trying to preach to a lot of Cowboys fans, specifically on my channel, when I did my video earlier today, is like, don't be mad at the messenger, right? Because it's easy to dismiss the message when you don't like the messenger. But what is the message that Dalton Schultz is trying to tell and explain? And it wasn't anything malicious, right? It wasn't like he wanted to go out there and attack Cowboys. It's like, he said that he enjoyed his time in Dallas. But what he is talking about is the clear divide of different cultures around the NFL compared to the Dallas Cowboys. And it's not just Dalton Schultz who said this, right? But what he's talking about, and I've said this on Twitter for years, right? When you go on tour at not AT&T Stadium, but at the Star in Frisco, I always tell Cowboys fans, if you're a Cowboys fan, that's the best place to go because you're seeing Cowboys players in their natural habitat, which is kind of like a zoo, right? So you'll see them lifting and working out and working, in the weight room. So I remember one of the first times I went there, it was Sean Lee and LVE. They were doing deadlifts. We were right there in the glass as they walked us past. So I'm literally like standing and staring at them. And I'm like, damn, can they see me? I was like, I don't think they can see me. And the guy was like, no, it's a one-way mirror. They can't see us. And then the guy next to me started beating on the window and was like, LVE, LVE. And it's just like, what kind of work environment is that? Then the players come out to the cafeteria, they sitting down eating their food. You got players chanting Zeke and, taking pictures and snapping pictures. And like, boss, we play football, DMV play football. Like, we all know, like, the practice field, the locker room, that's your sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? That's your sanctuary where you can let your hair down and be yourselves. But the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones has found a way to exploit it by selling tickets, and it creates a different environment with business and a corporate structure is leaking into the football field. And I posted a clip on my Instagram of Cheeto when I interviewed Cheeto Awuzie at the Super Bowl 2020-2021 season. He said the same thing about when he's in Cincinnati, that it's just football there. He doesn't have to worry about all the extra stuff. He can just focus on ball, right? Cheeto said it. I posted a video of DeMarcus Ware saying it. Philip Tanner said it. Dez Bryant said it. Jesse Holley has stated it. Like, so many different Cowboys fans. Cole Beasley, like, the list goes on and on of Cowboys players. Marcus Spears said it. You know what I'm saying? So many different Cowboys players have come out and spoken about the culture in Dallas is different compared to around the league, right? But for some reason, Cowboys fans, because it's a tough pill to swallow, they dismiss it and say they're bitter, right? Emmitt Smith, bitter. Bitter. We don't care. What did Dalton Schultz do when he was in Dallas? Like, no, he wasn't. Dalton Schultz just got paid his biggest contract in his career. What does he have to be bitter about? You know what I'm saying? But he was asked a question and he was simply addressing the differences. He said, honestly, he thought that was the norm until he went to Houston and realized that's only in Dallas, right? So I think there's a lot of different things that goes on behind the scenes that Cowboys fans are unaware with, and a lot of people want to dismiss it and move past it. But what I'm trying to explain, y'all, in order for these mock drafts and all these different conversations that we're going to have this offseason to matter, if we don't get to the root of the problem, we are going to stay in the same old cycle and we'll be back frustrated in January. Why not roll up our sleeves and really dig deep and find the root of this problem, which is the culture of the Dallas Cowboys organization?
Yeah, man. So, Candy, what's your thoughts? Obviously, with Schultz and Hot Pocket having some things to say.
Hot Pocket is hilarious.
That's my boy.
I agree.
Hot.
I agree with J Tuck 100%. Actually, I was thinking about that earlier today when I was thinking about, going forward, the players that we could possibly acquire, and how it's been an ongoing conversation of, a lot of people saying, oh, well, Dak needs this weapon, the team needs this weapon. And I literally thought earlier, like, well, if we get all of these so-called weapons that we need, is that going to help the Dallas Cowboys? So it's interesting that we're having this conversation because the culture, there does need to be obviously a culture shift in Dallas. Will it happen? I don't know, but Dalton Schultz and these players, it's like they're waiting to speak out. It's like they've run, I don't want to call the Cowboys a cult, but this is just for reference purposes. It's like someone being free from a cult.
I got a
and it's
slightly
like,
different feel.
Out.
I got a slightly different feel on Schultz. I felt like Schultz was trying to hold back,
You feel like he was trying to hold back in what he was saying in the interview?
Because he had to push him. He had to say, what you talking about? Like, and then he said the example, you know? So I didn't get the feel that he was anxious.
I get what you're saying, but I guess more so like maybe they did have to push it out of him. Yeah. But it must be a relief to be able to finally speak about it, because we know a lot of times they're tight-lipped within the organization. So having people outside of the organization, now that they're out of it speaking, going, I think that says a lot. And that I couldn't imagine people beating on the glass while I'm trying to work out. I understand that that's like a business, but him coming out and saying that makes the Cowboys organization look really bad, because nobody would want that. I feel like that's like you know, someone at work in their office and you have people going by, you're trying to do office work and they're banging on the glass all day. It's like, how could you possibly be 100% productive and you have these distractions that aren't necessary? And as a fan, I mean, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But as a player, I probably would absolutely hate it. Of course, the new ones coming into the league, they love the attention. But after a while, it's like, okay, leave me alone. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I feel like, and I wrote this quote down while Tuck was talking, but I feel like it's a culture built by greatness, but not built for winning. And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, the guys like Emmett, Troy, Michael, Charles Haley kind of said that Jerry Jones built the house for losers, right? This stadium ain't what we won with, you know what I'm saying? Like this stadium, like we won the Texas Stadium. We didn't win with AT&T Stadium and all of this type of stuff. Jerry got to pay the bills, right? So they're going to monetize everything that they possibly can. And in turn, you're not allowing your team to really be football players. Now, I know there are going to be a lot of people that disagree with this, but think about this, right? Dalton Schultz used, or they talked about it on the show. They said zoo, right? So what happens when a lion or a tiger is in captivity or they're at the zoo? Do they still have the same type of hunger? You know, you got your nails filed down. You know what I'm saying? They feeding you your food. They just giving you your food. You ain't gotta go hunt for it. You know what I'm saying? How can you really expect these guys to go out here and be these hungry lions? You want answers? No shot at Mike or anything. But how can we expect that? But this is what it is. And see, the things that get lost in the shuffle about what Schultz said is, you know, they asked him about examples, like you said. He brought up trainers. I'd never seen this many trainers in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, trainers are good. You know what I'm saying? That keeps you healthy. That keeps you performing at a premium. You know what I'm saying? So we just look at it this way. Think about our grades. C- in the training room. I think one of them might have been a D. You know what I'm saying? Those things are important. Those things are important. So I had to think about who could win in this environment. Like, and I had to point to like great athletes. I had to point to like Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. It was Hollywood for them, right? Perfect. It was Hollywood for them, but they still had to be great, right? We ain't got no Magic Johnsons and we ain't got no Michael Jordans on this team. So in order to be able to win, we need that. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We have guys that are possibly capable of it, but we don't got the Horace Grants. We don't got the Scottie Pippins. You know what I'm saying? In order to cultivate that Michael Jordan. So I just think that the culture's missing something. But to act like there isn't a culture issue, that's the problem in itself.
Ooh, man. Say, you gonna have to clip that whole part out, bro. You killed it. You killed it. Yeah, that whole part.
I love that. The filing the nails, but
yeah.
Bars, you know what I'm saying?
That was the perfect.
Man, say, man, I need a button that say bars. Ooh, you smoked that whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah. And so
DMV, like people don't want to hear it, bro.
They don't.
Go ahead.
And like you were saying, what you need a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant. Well, think about this, bro. Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they're venomous. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan had slapped Steve Kerr. Now imagine if a player had slapped a player in Dallas, they were trying to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got rid of Ridgeway for throwing punches at practice. Like here in Kansas City, bro, like Travis Kelce swung on four or five players because they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you got to allow your dogs to be dogs. And that's just not the case in Dallas. Everything is corporate, buttoned up, walk in the straight and narrow, and players just can't be themselves. Like, and I'm like, let's simplify, Cowboys Nation. We've all had work environments. I gave a scenario on my YouTube channel. It was like my very first job, like it was very like, you know, Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to wear jeans. We were cutting up. We were putting up big numbers, big sales. We could watch sports. We were sports bet. But like I felt comfortable in that environment. Other companies I worked for is buttoned up, suit and tie. You can't have no facial hair. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're yes, sir. You're like, so you have to put on a mask every day you go to work versus that old environment. I love my very first job because I got to be me. You know what I'm saying? We would go out there, we'd close business, and then we would fly out to Vegas on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that built that camaraderie, and that's what DeMarcus Ware was talking about. Is when he got to Denver, he was like, bro, they was playing video games and shooting pool and had barbers in the locker room. He's like, oh, they ain't trying to win, until he realized, nah, they're building that culture, and that's why everyone started riding for each other. Like they had their kids in the locker room, different things like that. So you realize, nah, this is Von Miller, this is his family. I'm gonna ride for him just like he's gonna ride for me and my family. And it built that close-knit environment. And for some reason, they just don't do that in Dallas. It's very just go be corporate and go home. So
I like this comment. Say, so what's the solution? I would say first, pressure, public pressure, letting them know that we don't like it, making them aware of how we feel about it, being organized about it, sharing content like this. Because obviously we gonna talk about receiver, but we made a pivot, right? Why? We want to put the pressure and publicly say we don't like it, right? So that's a real solution. You know, really being a part of a movement. I would consider everybody here a part of the movement and leaders in the movement. So just getting behind the movement because it works. It does work. Right. It really works. So for instance, they're going to use the Kardashian model. That's how they make their money. Basically, the Kardashian model is where you allow the cameras into private places for publicity, and you just make money out of the publicity. Let's ask an honest question. Are they throwing players under the bus like they used to?
Yeah.
No.
I would say no. They still do it. They sneak this. They not out. It's better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give you
When
that.
things have happened like the past couple of seasons, it's been like shut down. We sat out this practice.
Yeah.
That's been it.
Yeah, because when Zeke was trying to get paid, it was bad. It was they dissed every one of them. Tank got it, Zeke got it, Dak got it, everybody got it. This time, it was quiet when Diggs was getting his bag. They came out being goofy, talking about steal the guard. That's about as goofy as they got, you know. So I don't want people to feel hopeless. We just need to keep the pressure up. That's the solution. All right. I wanted to say this too, to what you were saying, Chuck. I do believe as Cowboy Nation we get defensive because you know how it is, man. I can talk about my family, but you can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? You a Texan, you can't talk about my family. No, I really mean this, bro. In everything, I think we need to consider people's track record and their character, especially when they say something you don't agree with. I always look at the person and the character of the person that's saying it, in my opinion. So this is what makes me trust Schultz even more. Schultz got tagged, and we got rid of Amari. Who spoke out against it while getting his money? Schultz. Schultz spoke out against it while employed with the. Y'all remember that?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. So his character has already been tested and he's already passed that test, right? So how many of y'all would be having a tag but still speak against the people that you waiting to get a check from? Huh? How many of y'all would want a contract and then come out and say, Amari Cooper helped all of us? Yeah.
Right.
So if you spoke when it was hard, why am I not gonna trust you now? Because you seem like that type of person that just tell the hard truth, you know? Because that's what your track record says. What's your thoughts on that, Tuck?
Yeah, and I agree. And like I said, there was no malicious intent in his conversation about the Cowboys, right? But like I said, it's easy to dismiss it because, of course, he has a lot of people blocked on Twitter. So it's able to be like, I don't like him, right? Jake Ferguson's better. I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with the comments, right? So like, once again, Cowboys fans wanted to ignore the message because of the messenger. And here's what I'll say, right? How do we fix it? What is going to happen, Cowboys Nation, is that Jerry and Stephen Jones are going to have to give this team to Mike McCarthy and to the players.
Yeah.
And what do I mean by that? Like, you're going to have to do something that maybe you don't agree with, but hell, man, let them players come out and pick their own song to walk out to. You know what I'm saying? Like, those little things matter. And I understand for people who never played the sport, the little things add up. And we always talk about when the San Francisco 49ers played the Cleveland Browns, and then Cleveland Browns walked out with the boombox. It set that mindset. It set the tone. You know what I'm saying? So if these players want to come out the tunnel to NBA Youngboy, they don't need to come out to no country music that nobody knows the words to. Let them come out and own themselves, right? Let them be comfortable. Because you remember, Boss, and DMV and Candy, you remember when Amari Cooper was there, right? And they were playing that trash can game where they were shooting the ball or trash can, and they were doing on Amari's Instagram. They were betting money, right?
Yeah.
They was having harmless fun, but they was in the element. You know what happened? They shut that down. And why was that? Why did that get shut down? Because you were seeing Cowboys players in their natural habitat. They was cussing, you know what I'm saying? They was saying the N-word, they was betting, they was walking around, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't like that because it went outside those corporate boundaries. I'm just like, this is football. Let these guys be themselves. Like, you want to be in a place where you can be yourself and be comfortable and not have to walk in those corporate boundaries of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just like, here's the thing. I get it, Jerry. You want to sell this team to your corporate sponsors, and this team is not built for us. It's built for, for them people. But I guarantee you, if this team comes out and they're comfortable and they're winning ball games, people are still going to fill up those stadiums. You don't have to sell a product that's already selling itself. Just let them go and be great and do what they have to do. Travis Kelce throws parties here nonstop in Kansas City. He has the podcast. But when it's time to work, he's comfortable and he's locked and loaded, and he gets to run that team. Him and Patrick are good cop, bad cop. They have full control in that locker room, right? But it's free. There's flexibility in there to kind of maneuver and be yourself. And here next week, y'all, we are coming up. It's everybody's set mind's favorite time of the year. It's free agency. And we're going to sit back and say, well, damn, Dallas could have signed so-and-so for that price. Damn, Dallas could have signed so-and-so for that price. But why aren't these players lining up around the block to come to Dallas for that price? It's because, bro, I'd rather go to Baltimore where I can be myself, or Pittsburgh where I can be myself, or Philly where I can be myself and not have to be in this corporate box. There is a lot of football players who just want to go out there, do their job, be themselves, and go home without the corporate BS that a lot of players have to deal with when it comes to being a Dallas Cowboy. And here's the thing. We've said it numerous times. We're trying to find a culture. We don't have a culture, y'all. We really don't. Not as a fan base, not as a team, not as an organization, right? So let Mike McCarthy, he's trying to build it. Give him control, let him build it and see what he can really do. But, it just is what it is. But I feel like this is the biggest root of our problems here in Dallas, if we're being honest. We have nothing we can lean on.
I got to play it one more time. It was how he said, it's a zoo. It was how he said it.
Bro, I swear, it's literally like walking. You literally sit there. It's a big glass fishbowl, and you can sit there and watch the players lift weights.
Yeah, and it was how he said. He said, "Man, it's like he felt like he felt shamed for real."
Yeah.
Listen, hold up.
Like, holy crap! Like that actually happens, like at a practice facility, and like. It's just, you think it's normal, and then you come to a place like this.
Like what? You don't have to out anything, but like.
And see, notice that he being pushed to say it,
right.
So he didn't just come out and call us a zoo. He, like what? Like he pushing him.
What are you?
No, dude, it's just like there's people literally going on tours while you're lifting in the weight room, and they've got like a one-way mirror for people to like look at. Like it's a zoo, dude.
It's a zoo, dude. It's a zoo, dude.
He said it like
it's a zoo, dude.
He really wants to say
it kills me.
Now, boss.
I'm a zoo. We're animals. No, he meant that. He meant that.
It is. So imagine this, y'all. Y'all get done with your workout, right? You play for the Dallas Cowboys. You just get down with your workout. You want to go to your locker because you just got finished with your locker with your workout. But you can't go to your locker. Why? Because J-Tuck's sitting in your locker taking selfies on Instagram. So you have to wait for the tour to get out the locker room before you can go in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that, bro. So you sitting there waiting almost
nice about it.
Almost 15, 20 minutes because I'm sitting there taking pictures. Like, yeah, I'm in Schultz's locker. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting out there just waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no.
You know? So I'm sitting down there taking
pictures. It's a zoo, dude.
It's a zoo.
That needs to be a button, bro.
It's a zoo.
It's a zoo, dude.
I'm a take test. It's a zoo. It's a zoo, dude. Damn.
It is. I felt like, oh my God, look at him. There goes a Tyron Smith walking right past me.
People tapping on the glass, like trying to get people's attention as they're doing one-way mirror for people to like look at. Like it's a zoo, dude.
Well, all right. Man.
But you know what? I don't think that portion of it will change. So I'm wondering if Jerry or whoever is over the tours and what goes on there, if they would be willing to maybe just do it one day out of the week or once a month, and the people have to catch those tours.
When they working
he
out,
got pay them bills. He got pay them bills, Candy.
Yeah,
he got pay them bills.
That Kardashian model is gonna stay.
Now, let me ask y'all something. We'll go around the panel. Do y'all think that Mike McCarthy likes that?
No.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. But he don't have no control because the culture from up top. Like, listen.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? We go.
And when it's coming from the top, they feel like they ain't got no problem.
You know.
That's why they keep saying, "No, we ain't got no culture problem, bro. We good."
Yeah. You know who else know he? You know who else know he don't like it? The players. That's why he got an A. They voted coaching A.
That dude, it's
they
zoo,
voted.
dude.
He's probably the only thing we got is an A.
Hey y'all, listen. I gotta get y'all ready for something else. I don't think too many people talking about this in the right light. So we gonna talk about it here. This is very important too. I think it went over some people's head. Cowboys are placing the 5th-year option on Michael Parsons as a defensive end, not linebacker. Two people close to the situation said the salary difference is about $2.7 million. And Michael Gilkin is doing the Lord's work again. Again. And basically highlighting that the Dallas Cowboys are using semantics to take almost $3 million out of their star player pocket. Yeah. And let's just go around. Like, this is what I want people to think about. When somebody take $3 million out your pocket, would you trust them?
No way.
Would that make you gear up to be kind during negotiations or hostile?
I need my $3 million back and some chips and some dips. Give me my chip and dip.
Hello. Thank you.
So when we were saying, or I was saying, can you blame Michael Parsons if he didn't want to play linebacker? Y'all remember I said that?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, we gotta also recognize when front office struck first. We gotta recognize when it was shots fired at our players. Because we like to recognize when they allegedly greedy. Oh, we good at that. Oh, we good. But do you recognize when a billionaire took $3 million from somebody who trying to become a millionaire? Do you recognize that? DMV.
Hey, bro, that's absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying, to think about that. And then guess what they're gonna try and put him back? They're gonna try and put him back at linebacker, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, going to your point, bro, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. And somebody once said, I got a sore shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure exactly what the point is being made here with this, but it can't be good going forward unless this was something that was discussed beforehand. If it wasn't discussed beforehand and maybe this was to create a little bit of money, then yeah, bro, I couldn't trust you moving forward. I feel some kind of way about it.
All right, so look. So I already knew this was gonna happen. I knew people was gonna read into this wrong. They saying it's the NFL, right? Nah, it's Jerry and them too, cause they taking advantage of the loophole. That's what's going on. Cause he was in a hybrid defense, right? You know how to categorize him to get him his money. Cause if you categorize him like they did at the defensive end, what that's doing is that's lowering the fifth year option amount. But if you put him in a right category, which is edge, not defensive end, he gets his money. And he gets more money. Yeah. They knew exactly what they did with that. Yeah. So it's pretending like we gonna have to put you at this defensive end slot. Even though on everywhere we got you plastered a linebacker. Everywhere. You can go on their website right now. What does it say? Linebacker. And you know it's more than one type of linebacker. You got outside linebackers in the 3-4 type defense that rush, which is what he was doing, and you know it. But you want to play that game and take $3 million out the man's pocket.
Now watch. When it's time for negotiations, what they gonna try to code them as?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They gonna switch it back to linebacker.
Linebacker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, bro. It's just, and these are the things that we're talking about, bro. It's just like it's so evident. Well, you know, when in Zim's defense, he played a lot of linebacker.
Here we go.
Linebacker market just isn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's and it's just this. These are the things that we're talking about, right? So then now you have a disgruntled player, slightly like you said, boss. He took $3 million. Okay, so we want you to go play inside linebacker. Oh no, I'm defensive end. Remember that? Remember what you told me as. And it's just like it's these little things. And what you have to understand, Cowboys Nation, if I could sit back as a Dallas Cowboys player and see how y'all doing my quarterback dirty,
right?
What are you gonna do to me? You know what
exactly,
I'm saying? Like,
bro.
What are you gonna do for me, the little outside edge rusher? What are you gonna do for me?
It's like, obvious.
You gonna do me hella dirty.
You gonna do me hella dirty.
Quarterback. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad, but the Cowboys are all focused on winning the deal, not what's best for the team on the field. So here we go. Hold on tight.
Listen to this, because I really do believe that they did a good job on 105.3 The Fan. Listen to this.
Myles Garrett.
I believe it's I think it's actually on the cap hit or the average right now because of his most recent deal. I think it's Eric Armstead. Like, that's the type of guy they're trying to pay him, like, right now. This is actually...
So Micah is not going to be happy with this designation.
No, they just not cheated him. They just basically took $3 billion from him next year. It's a very Cowboys move.
But they can now go all in.
Wow.
Eric Armstead. Okay.
You trying to make him Eric Armstead in category. Listen to this. Listen to this.
If you give the Cowboys or another team a tool like this, they will take advantage of it.
Huh?
You know, I guess it's a smart thing until it comes back and burns you. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, because
I always say to these businesses, man, do you realize the morale increase and boost that you would achieve if you made someone feel justified, made someone feel good about their salary? You don't have to go crazy and overboard and nuts about it, but these types of little things, man, if I had like leverage on the other side, I would, it's probably a fault of mine, I would have my Jericho list out, man. And I would be like, remember when you did that and you were petty with me for $3 million? F you, I'm going somewhere else. I would count that very heavily on the other side, and maybe it won't come back and bite them.
Yeah. Let me play one more clip.
I don't know.
Hold on, one more. You up, Candy? You up next? I promise you did. But I totally agree with Sean, and I think Sean is being so honest right now. Just so honest on the human nature of this. And most people ignoring the human side of this. Sean hit this out the park. Listen to this.
You know what happens in your building. You know the reality of your work. We all know the reality of this. You want to get cute? You want to go ahead and try to, move the goalposts? Okay, fine. We all know the reality of it. You want to try to get away with paying me $2.7 million less? Fine. When the reality really hits with my extension, then I'll make you feel that pain.
By the way,
that's the way I think about it. You want to get all cute and you want to screw me and use semantics? Okay, fine. I'll get the last laugh.
Yeah, I don't view it as like the reality though is that he played defensive end last year because he played edge. Like it is a different type of thing we're talking about.
He's a pass rusher.
Yes, but he stood up. He never put his hand on the ground like a defensive end.
And see Bobby being technical. Nah.
And would. And so that's why I think they're especially trying to cheat this a little bit. And you're talking about the agent.
When you call me a linebacker, I'm thinking of Leighton Vander Esch.
Right.
When we're talking about anything else,
edge.
You're an edge / pass rusher.
Right.
Like, and again, fine. Respect for you explaining about me and all that stuff. We all know the reality. Let's cut the BS. Let's cut all the crap.
Right.
We know that that man's job is to go get 20 sacks.
Yes.
And that's what they put him out there to do.
Yeah, and that's why, to me though, it would be like, for instance, I'm trying to see what do. Yeah, so like the Steelers and everything.
Yep. Go ahead, Candy.
I don't know. I feel like there had to be a conversation before that deal was even made. Micah Parsons is way too vocal about everything else with everybody else. So I feel like there had to be a conversation. And that doesn't mean that, Micah Parsons was all game for taking a $3 million cut, but just like the Cowboys aren't dumb about their money, he's not dumb about his money either. He knows what his production is like from season to season. He has a whole deal with...
Let's have a conversation then, Candy.
What?
You be Jerry, I'll be Michael. Let's have a conversation.
We're gonna have. You don't think there was a conversation?
Hell no. I got the button for that.
Oh hell no.
Because if it's a conversation, my answer.
You think they just
did it?
Slid it in there on them?
Yes. Yeah, because there's no conversation. What's to talk about? It's nothing to talk about. You not gonna slot me as a defensive end, right? You go where the linebacker that they were. Yeah, if you would have slotted me right based on what I was doing, I know you can slot me here, but you know what I was doing. So we can have this conversation, but my answer.
Yeah,
you feel me?
So you don't think
not at all
there was any sort of conversation? Okay, if there was.
Hell no.
Okay, let's go with what you said. There was no conversation. Either way, Micah Parsons is not dumb. He's going to get his money. When it comes to that extension, like the guy from 105.3 said.
Exactly. It's going to get nasty. And it's setting up to be nasty. That's the point.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Micah Parsons is like, okay, he knows how to play this. He has, not that his podcast is just a huge deal in this, but that shows me he doesn't care what the Cowboys organization has to say about a couple of things, but especially about him being outspoken about what's right and what the Cowboys need to do moving forward. So I think when it comes time for that contract extension, he's absolutely going to either get his money or he's going to go to another team.
Yeah, he gonna hold him over a
because
barrel.
He
gonna hold
knows
him
what his
over.
production is like. He knows what he can do. And it's either you're going to pay me when it comes time for it, or I'm going to go to another team. I don't think that he's just gun-ho on the Dallas Cowboys right now. He is. When it comes to it. Because
they gonna tag him though. They gonna tag him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
They gonna tag the hell out of Michael.
Michael gonna hold out too.
They gonna tag him
Michael
every year.
will hold out. Mark my words.
If they do
but here's what they did. Here's what they did, boss. They already put that into the stratosphere earlier this year, right? Was, you know what I'm saying? With Micah being lazy and different things like that. So when Micah holds out next year for that money, Cowboys Nation, see, he's selfish. He's wanting being overpaid. He's asking for too much. You know why?
Someone has already put that selfish out there. Someone has already put that.
And so it's already out there.
Yeah.
It's already in motion, bro.
They go dust it off. They go run that play.
I bet someone $1,000 right now that Micah Parsons will be tagged next offseason.
Hey, boss, get your guns ready, man.
With you too, bro.
And they can't.
Hey, boss, get your guns ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead, Candy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Candy.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say really quickly. They can say Cowboys Nation can say Michael Parsons is lazy this and lazy that, but you go and look at his production and how well he's still playing. You can't match that with the words Michael Parsons isn't going to do anything for us. Get rid of him. Go ahead.
He gonna sit out. I'm certain.
Hey, boss, you got your guns ready? You got it ready?
What?
And guess what they're gonna tag him as? They're gonna tag him as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yep. They tagging him as a linebacker, bro.
See, listen, it's important that we ran an audible today. Because I know all of us can get right into receiver. We could all get into receiver.
That hits a soft spot for me because you know what? A while ago, I had a job that did that to me.
Yeah.
My contract title was something else. And when I started that job, what I did was completely different. So
talk about it. No, don't tease us. Give us the background. And then related to Michael, we want to hear the whole thing. I'm gonna give you my shoulder to cry on too.
You know, I always get into Zodiac, so sorry for y'all that hate it. But he's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. We're gonna be very nice, but we don't play about money. So I'm gonna be nice and play your little game. But when it comes down to it, and it comes down to me getting my money and comparing what this contract says, because we could be very literal. What this contract says and what you have me doing, if that does not match up, then it's gonna be hell to pay.
It's gonna be hell, and that's coming from Candy.
So they think that he's going along with it. They think that he's playing nice, but I can already see Michael Parsons has no problem.
That's coming from sweet old Candy. Oh, night hell to pay.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions, man. So, like I said, and like I think that was what RJ was saying or Shane. I couldn't tell who was talking, but it's like just do right. You know what I'm saying? If you just do right by your players, bro, it's $3 million. Like you think that $3 million is the difference between like do right by your 3-time All-Pro. Like, listen, Micah, this is what we're gonna do. But we're gonna put some extra in the bag for you and take care of you. Right. And make players feel appreciated and they want to go the extra mile for you versus them having to deal with you when they put their guard up. And here's what I was saying. I forgot what I was talking to. The problem with the Dallas Cowboys, here's the biggest problem with the Dallas Cowboys doing the business the way they do it. Since they don't have a GM, it's Micah Parsons or the player or Dak Prescott and Jerry and Stephen Jones. There is no intermediary to say like, all right, bro, listen, Mike, I know they tripping. They on some bullshit right now, but we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Dak, bro. They tripping. I don't agree what they are doing to y'all, but let's see how we can work it out. What's the middle ground? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that extra voice. So if it's FU when it comes to Stephen and Jerry Jones and the players, there's nobody in between fixing and resolving the solution. Todd France and Stephen Jones don't like each other. So there's no intermediary right now. So it's going to be a back and forth. So I think that's why the Cowboys really need to get a GM, someone to step in between. But listen, you ain't got to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to deal with them. You going to deal with me. This is the numbers that they're pressing for, but how can we make this work for both sides? For both, you know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest problem. So now you have your owner playing with your money. Well, do you want to really risk it all and put it all on line for your owner? Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
It's only one way.
$3 million out of kids' mouth.
It's only one way I can see it working. Only one. And then also, let me just show y'all something real quick. This article is from Michael Gilkin. It is a paywall, so you have to pay for this. I pay $2 a month. But see, Michael Gilkin, man, I'm telling you, he worth the $2. Trust me on that. Like, it's not too many of them that got the courage to really go show the flaws of front office. And Michael Gilkin has been on a tear lately. And so he's also very accurate, so he's not going to give you that wee-woo. He said, as mandated under the collective bargaining agreement, his option comes at the position that more closely coincides with the 3-time Pro Bowler's on-field usage, right? So technically they slotted him based on the usage, but it's technical. It's basically like they could work with him and basically like, so he's being very accurate on that though, okay? So, but this is the thing. Parsons' ages could dispute it. He could, you know, but it could cause even more problems if that happened as well. The big thing is this. The only way that I could see it working out with you taking $3 million out of my pocket is you gonna have to give me some franchises on the side. And that's where Candy might be right. That's the only way she might be right, is where they was like, hey man, based on the technicality, we gotta slot you like this, but we gonna make up for it this way. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a this way somewhere, in my opinion. So
that's what they
do. That $3 million can go to $3 million can go to a player. Somebody.
It never happens like that. It never happens like that.
It never does, but I'm just saying.
Aaron. It happened for Aaron.
And they trick. That's where the
no. It happened for Aaron. I like DMV what he's saying. I think we need to say it more.
No, I agree 100%. But it never happens for us.
I know
like
it hasn't
that.
happened in the past.
Play money and we're like, oh, good, they're gonna use it to acquire this player. We're gonna be set, and it never happens.
But see, I think some things never happen because we never ask. I mean that too. It was so many things that I got. Man, negotiating because I asked for it and other people didn't. You know, people just thought they was gonna slide it to you. Aaron basically got that at the Jets. So if I'm Dak, and that's an idea that we should put out there. If I'm Dak, I'm like, yeah, I'll be team friendly, but I'm gonna make the first pick in the draft, and I want this player and this player.
Dak's not built like that, bro.
Yeah, but we trying to build him. We trying to build him. You know what I mean? You know,
because remember he said that in his press conference as he signed his first deal. Like, yeah, I'm going to be a lot more hands-on when it comes to decision making and team building. And he walked out that building, gave the middle finger, went right back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just. I mean, that's the thing. Like, and I feel like my biggest frustration when it comes to Dak, out of all things, is that he's loyal to a team that isn't loyal to him. You should speak out. You should say, "No, I want this." Like, "No, this ain't what we're doing." Like,
yes,
you're more of a made man, Dak. Like, I get it, right? We want to kind of stay the corporate lane, but say, "Nah, bro. Like, you're not getting rid of Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing this. Like, you know, speak up a little bit. You know." And I don't know, but I think when
you're right. We got to put it out there.
It works in their favor. It works in the Cowboys' favor. It's like, well, you know, we can screw Dak over because he ain't gonna say nothing back. So, you know.
But you don't know what you don't know, though. You don't know what you don't know. Like in saying that, like a lot of people's pushback about the Schultz comments were that, you know, and Dak. Like when I talked about Dak defending the culture, people were like coming back at me saying, well, Dak doesn't know any different. You know what I'm saying? To him, this is all he knows. Then you hear Schultz say what he says, and you hear all these other players. Like Dak probably don't know that he can do that. He probably don't feel comfortable doing that because you don't know what you don't know. He ain't been nowhere else. This is how it works for everybody else since he's been in the league. So it's fine with him because this is all he knows. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
in order to, you know what I'm saying, get and grow, you got to be uncomfortable. So I'm agreeing with y'all are saying, but I'm also saying that Dak ain't built like that because they didn't shave his nails off real early.
Ooh. And then sometimes people can't be built. Like sometimes it take Jay Tuck having a conversation with him. You know what I mean? He can be listening to the video. His brothers could listen to the video and then go talk to Dak. You can be the key that you put in his back, bro. You know what I mean? So
and the
I think it's up to us
like
to say these type of things that other people don't say. You know what I mean? Right. And if we do what we do, there's a chance that sometimes we can create the change.
Right. And there's a person that did this that a lot of people can lean to, which is Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe Bryant was very corporate, right? He always said the right thing. He did the right thing. And then something happened late in his career where he was like, nah, F that. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole different with the Mamba. And he was like, nope, go get me Pau Gasol. Nope, this ain't going. I'm not playing with him.
You can change. Right.
These guys are trash. I don't want them. They saw, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just want Dak to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to that. Like, bro, like you have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady will walk in there, nope, go get me Antonio Brown. Right. And actually go get me Gronk too. And actually go get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need that from them, bro. Because if not, they gonna sit down there and they gonna do absolutely nothing, and they gonna point everything at your direction that is your fault. So fight back. Fight back. You know what I'm saying? Fight back. So
Yeah, Tuck, you right, bro. And this is something that we've talked about offline, where it's hard fighting for him where he won't fight for himself, bro.
Right.
It really is. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been saying this for over a year now. Go hoodie Dak. You know what I'm saying? In the offices, you talking cold cash trash to these dudes. Like, I need this, I need that. And then you smiling and you talking to the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what a quarterback is. That's what a franchise quarterback is.
Yeah. And then look at Regina Green comment. So real. See, this is what lets you know when people have empathy, where they can look at it from somebody else's point of view. Imagine how Tyron Smith felt when they caved and paid Zach Martin.
Yeah. And see, I haven't talked about it publicly, but when it comes to Tyron, from what I've heard inside, they kind of just disrespected him. You know what I'm saying? To the point where he wanted to return back. But from what I heard, it's just like, bro, y'all not gonna give me no incentives for what I did last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not gonna put a little extra in the bag. And you're seeing them caves to Zach Martin, like Regina just said. So Tyron was like, nah, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. So we'll see what happens. But I feel like we're feeling disrespected. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? You know, why do we have to disrespect?
It's Steven.
You know what I'm saying? Our great
Steven, like,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's not Jared.
It's Steven and Jerry.
No,
it's Jerry too, though.
It's Jerry.
I think it's more Steven than
Jerry.
It's
more Steven, man. Jerry, like,
yeah, because a lot of the players say it afterwards.
But yeah, Steven handles the negotiations, but it wasn't Steven who said at a damn staff meeting or whatever staff event that he wasn't paying Zach Martin another cent. That was Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Jerry said that, and then they caved in. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but I mean,
remember
your actions more than your words. It was Steven that jacked up Jerry over Dion. Like, the person that's almost crazy about this stuff is Steven. Right. The person that can put on the air of confidence for leverage is Jerry. Like, Jerry, the dude that'll be tough, and then at the end of it say, "Hey man, it was business," and shake your hand. Steven, he'll be actually steaming that he lost. He'll be
okay. So for people at home, so if you're going to go buy a car and you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the person that you've been dealing with, and you need that little extra nudge, you saying that Jerry's that guy they bring from the back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it. Jerry, the dude you bring from the back. Yeah,
right. Because there's a charm to this salesmanship, you know what I'm saying? Because like someone's been in sales his entire life, like you got to have a certain charm about you. Like me sitting down doing business with Stephen Jones, I don't understand how he gets any deal done. If y'all think about it, remember the Randy Gregory deal? Yeah, Jerry was pissed that Stephen botched that. It was like,
and Stephen did, and this. See, Tuck, I know you just said something that because the details of what you said is important. People forgot Jerry spent all night with Randy's agent. People forgot that.
Right.
They had the details done. And when they got to the closing table, some language from the night before was slid back in there, and it wasn't Jerry.
Right. That was Steven. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's those little things, right?
It's that.
Yeah.
And we not saying Jerry don't do it. We know Jerry, but it's who crazy about it. Like,
right.
What did Jerry have to tell Steven with Tank? Man, just pay him.
Right. Right, yeah.
Oh man. Ooh, I know y'all be like, ooh, when Jerry die. Man,
it's gonna be bad when Jerry, man. Honestly, y'all, when Jerry go, I might go, dog, because I can't.
Yeah, Steven gonna be something.
Look, y'all, we got hope out here. We got hope out here, man. I promise you. Y'all watch Game of Thrones. We got Baby Snow out there somewhere. Baby Snow.
True. Hey, true. Hey, sometimes some grandson. Hey, we did say we was gonna get it to receiver, so let's give him some. Let's give him some.
You know how they do bastard sons, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas.
So we always start with our guys. We got to deal with the receivers, right? Because receivers a big talk of the offseason. So are they going to even take receivers serious, or are they going to kind of stick with our guys? Could they say, man, shoot, we got Toba going into year 3. We can't bring in no competition. We got Turpin, who just really starting to turn the corner and show that he can be a threat. We already basically paid Brandon Cooks, and we getting ready to pay CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
Candy. So are we go draft a receiver at 24, stick with our guys? We know we ain't looking at no outside free agents, so we'll stick with those two.
I hope that we get a receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb, and a big receiver at that. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but I would like it very much. We need weapons for that. We need weapons for that. We need a receiver. We need another receiver. We have CeeDee Lamb. Yes, he's developed into our number 1 wide receiver. Yes, we have Brandon Cooks. Tolbert, we have Brandon Cooks. But we need a top dog, another top dog. We need to acquire another receiver. And I'm thinking 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Actually, I'm thinking 6'3", 6'4". I have a couple in mind, but
go ahead and name.
That's my thoughts.
Who you got in mind?
Okay. Keon Coleman. Don't talk fighting on these. And
I know Tuck like that.
Mitchell.
I like
Adonai Mitchell. Now, if we need a wideout, Keon Coleman. If we're looking for a CDS player, we're gonna take and we take CD out of the slot and put him at wideout. We need Mitchell.
Cook, man.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
Clap it up for Candy, y'all, man. Clap it up for Candy, right?
I clap it up for you. She shocked me with that one. I wasn't expecting Coleman. Now, Coleman, I feel you, though. I ain't tripping, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just the 4.6 might scare people. It didn't scare you?
No, because CD's quite fast. And, okay, so I did a comparison.
No. You said Coleman.
Yeah. Keon Coleman. I'm saying I did a comparison between Brian Thomas Jr. and Keon Coleman. We're talking about needing dogs on the team, somebody that's going to get up and go. I watched him, and if we were to acquire a big receiver, that would be the top player that I would like. What I looked at was Ken.
I'm with you on that, all the way. 100%.
Yeah.
You said clap it up for
one.
You said clap it up. Hell yeah, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
You want me to keep going or?
No, we can pause because I know Brian Thomas is somebody that because the list, this, you know, I'm wet cement right now on this list, but I will tell you right now, Brian Thomas to me should be higher. I got him over Aduze. I do. You know, a lot of people don't, but I do. But I'm not quite. Don't hold me to it quite yet. But man, it's just I see AJ Green with Brian. You know, and all of us would take AJ Green young as a number 2. Every one of us. Yeah. Every one of us. So,
for sure.
So you gave us.
You be out of your mind. You be out of your mind.
You'll be out your freaking mind. So let's go around real quick, Tuck. So we gonna kick it off with you, man. And I also say this: receiver or tackle.
Yeah. So this was the whole conversation you guys had. Y'all know I was out last week sick, and it felt like, damn, bro, Tuck took a week away, and all hell broke loose. Where I left and we was talking about getting better and stopping the run and defensively and looking at linebackers and want to build in the trenches. And now Cowboys fans are back to their good old safety blanket and drafting a wide receiver. And I do not understand it, right?
What?
Here's my thing. I do not understand it.
Safety blanket is tackle, bro.
No, y'all safety blanket is a wide receiver, bro. Anytime things go wrong in Dallas, you draft a wide receiver and everything just feels better because that's our safety blanket. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I did it before. I wanted CeeDee Lamb. Y'all saw my video because I wanted my little safety blanket. But there's no way you can convince me that we walked out of Green Bay feeling like, man, if we would have had another wide receiver, things would have been different. The Dallas Cowboys, if you're trying to win a championship, you have to get better in the trenches. And now since we moved on from Tyron, it's even more important. So if you're asking me the question, boss, is it wide receiver or tackle? It's tackle 1,000%. And why will I say that? Because there's so many high caliber wide receivers I could get in the second round at 56. I promise you, I will not miss this year at 56 at wide receiver. But you have the opportunity to possibly get a Troy Fautanu that's going to be a high-quality left tackle. You have to pull that trigger. You have to pull that trigger. Make no mistakes about it. You have to pull that trigger, y'all. There are so many wide, and I get it, right? What happened? We saw the combine. We saw 4.2s and 4.3s, and everyone's eyes lit up like Christmas. But how many years are we going to go into the season with this offense? We put up points last year. We put up points under Kellen. We've been this high passing offense and get punched in the mouth. The game is slowly changing and recalibrating and going back to the trenches. You're seeing more 12 personnel. You're seeing more dominant run teams. You're seeing more ground and pound. Like, it's getting back to that. And if we can't stop the run, I don't care if you get Keon Coleman or Brian Thomas or Troy Franklin, whoever y'all like, whoever's y'all flavor ice cream, I'm going to run the ball down y'all throat and take the air out the ball, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to drop back in these 2 high shell coverage zones, and I'm going to force everything underneath, and we're going to beat the Cowboys the same way we be beating them. They had Amari Cooper in that 3-headed monster, and the list goes on and on. We have CeeDee Lamb. That's your number 1 target. Jake Ferguson needs to be your number 2 priority. Then you got Brandon Cooks. So anybody you draft is just going to be your quote-unquote 4th option in your offense. And you got guys like Avonte Turpin and also Jalen Tober who can kind of step and fill the void. Michael Gallup was a no-show all last year. We never felt like, man, if we would have had another wide receiver, things were going to be different. We have to get better in the trenches on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. So for me, I would be out on wide receiver unless if the Cowboys are going to do something dumb, which I do think they're going to do, if they're going to go with a Mims or a Tyler Guyton, who is a right tackle, and say, well, we can convert him to left, then yeah, just give me a wide receiver because y'all know what the hell y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But if you have,
that's what I'm saying, bro. We're going to do that.
Okay, so if you want to stop the Cowboys from their own stupidity, then yeah, just give me a wide receiver, whether it's Keon Coleman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier fix, easier plug and play. But if you're sitting there and Troy Fautanu is sitting right there as a gift, I don't think he's going to be there, and you pass on him for any wide receiver, you're making a critical mistake, to be honest with you. Because honestly, I don't think the best wide receiver of that second cluster is none of the names that y'all listed, honestly.
Yeah, this is the type of class to where I don't think anybody should be overconfident in their rank. Not in this class. It's,
right.
It's, you you can feel confident today, it'll be Cooper Kupp tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The third round guy ended up being your best guy. This class gonna be like that, in my opinion. I'm gonna agree with you, Tuck, 1,000% for a different reason. I agree with you 1,000% for a different reason. I agree with you because when Black Friday happens one every 20 years, sometimes you don't need that extra, but you get it. Because you're not gonna get this sale again. You'll not go get a draft with 10 to 12 first round talented tackles. It's not gonna happen again. You know? Right. And when you the position of tackle is too important to get, to me, trapped into receiver land. Especially when you can get one, like you said, in the second that can mess around and be just as good as one in the first easily in this particular draft. Plus, on top of that, you getting a number 2 at best, because you gonna have your number 1. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your offense is already top 2 already, you know, in points and in yards, top 2. So I'm thinking, to your point, Tuck, if we go ahead and get a tackle, and I'm gonna say this too, I'm thinking tackle way before center. I heard a lot of people saying we need a center. No, I'm not even looking at center with these tackles. No, like, cause just think about it. When has it ever been a center at the top of the draft? Like, we gotta get him. Like, come on.
There's one this year. But Boss, let me ask you this.
We reached for one.
But I'm saying, with any team, you can look at all 32. If you got
Linderbaum was one of those guys.
He was bottom of the first. That's why I said, who at the top of the first?
Oh, never.
See what I'm saying? But now you got all these first round tackle talents, but now we like, but center is more important. No, it's not. If you can get a tackle that's a first round talented tackle, you 100% of the time pick that over center.
Well, Boss, let me ask you this. What do you think the plan is with Tyler Smith? Because that changes the conversation. I personally think they're gonna stick him at guard still.
Yeah, if that's I think they should be flexible. I think they should let the draft come to them this time, right? And if you got a super tackle sitting there, get him and you keep Tyler at guard. If you get wiped out of all your left tackles, then you switch Tyler to left tackle and you go ahead and move up TJ Bass.
So you let the draft dictate the position.
Yeah, I let the draft dictate where he go play.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with both of y'all because I think our safety blanket has been line. I think we have been drafting linemen more than anything, first round linemen. We haven't missed on them. I don't think the problem is your talented lineman. I think the problem is the scheme. It don't matter who we put in here. The scheme is gonna be the problem until they fix that. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I checked, they didn't change the offensive line coach. You know what I'm saying? They did have an offensive analyst from Boston College, from what I understand, and that might help a little bit. But we can get all the tackles until we blue in the face. We can't run when we need to because the scheme is bad. We don't gap scheme enough. We don't mix up that and the zone scheme enough. Now, wide receiver is more so for me just getting a very, very best player. But if we're talking about getting something that would help us stop the run, it's a damn linebacker. You know what I'm saying? It's not a tackle or a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Now with how this draft is going to fall, I don't think linebacker is your best choice right there. And I'm with you on Troy. If Troy is there, yes, you take him. To me, being realistic of the guys who could be there, if it is Troy, yes, that's the only person that's the only tackle that I would take there.
Yeah.
But wide receiver, it's about maximizing the board and getting the very best.
Hold on, Troy is the only one you
said
would
what?
take at 24?
I forgot DMV don't like Jordan Morgan.
I don't like Jordan Morgan at all, bro. I don't like not at all. But if he was a second round pick, yeah, I don't like him as a first round. No, I don't like him.
Okay. I made a case yesterday. I'm gonna make it fast today. I made a case that a lot of us are looking at these tackles as is not looking at what they can become in our environment. You see what I'm saying? Because it's almost
I'm
like
listening.
Tyler Smith. Everybody that had him ranked 5th was right when they drafted him. But it was what he became because he went into that room and he had Zach Martin and Jason Peters and Tyron Smith and teaching him how to be a pro. So literally within 3 months, his whole body changed. Literally. He went from big old chubby face to slim, trim, ready to play, even left tackle with no reps. So I see tackle to where I would look at guys with the upside, you know, where it would be a reach to another team, it wouldn't be a reach to us. So you said Troy, but I would also be for Graham. Graham is my number 1 guy, actually, because of his versatility. For people that want center, he played. For people that want guard, he played. For people that want tackle, he played. And we love versatile players because even right now, TJ Paz, versatile. Austin Richards, versatile. Tyler Smith, versatile. We draft versatility. Right now, that would be Graham, to me. And I would bet on this upside. I would be cool with Jordan Morgan because of not, and I agree with you, as is, no. But going into our room, yes. I'm especially for Patrick Paul. Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question.
I'm Team Jordan Morgan.
I'll ask a question.
Box ready. Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all a question about these tackles, right? What about them helps us, I guess, like we can talk about it, like how does it help us in the interior run game? Because that's where we struggle. We didn't struggle on the perimeter.
Keeping Tyler at left guard. Because it keeps Tyler at left guard.
Tyler in the interior.
That's how it helps.
So you brought up the point of coming into this room. Tyler came into the room with all of these veterans. We just kicked one of the veterans out.
Yep.
And we actually kicked 2 of the veterans out.
Yeah.
So again, I know Duke is here, but that's not putting them in the best environment to succeed. And again, I think these players are going to be good.
I think your younger players have been discipled into the way of the black belt. Still included. You see what I'm saying? Still included. I think the culture is there as long as the guys that was discipled and took it on are there. So Tyler now knows the standard of Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, even though Tyron Smith is now gone. You know what I mean? But they know what the standard is. So I believe Tyler and them go give them new boys the same talks they got. This how you got to eat. This how you got to train. This is you know what I mean? This is who you work with. This is how you deal with Duke. I think the infrastructure of massive upside is already there. And I didn't even mention Duke.
And plus, they're already ahead of where Tyler was as a prospect. Be honest.
Yes, that part.
So
I give y'all that. I give y'all that.
I mean, Troy, hell, he played in the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So they've been tested. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Morgan is one of the best pass pro left tackles in all of college football. You know what I'm saying? So they're versus Tyler was still a young project player.
He was a project, yeah.
So it's like that's why I would go with the left tackles, honestly, because just like Boss said, you're not going to be able to get a quality guy like those two any other upcoming draft. Like these, I mean, in normal drafts, these guys are probably be like. So I think Troy Fatano will be our Darnell Wright from last year. By the time we get to draft season, he gonna be skyrocketing. So I think he might be out of the picture because he smoked everything, right? Yeah. So then you are looking at the Guytons and the Mims and the Jordan Morgans. Like I said, my only problem with the first 2 that I listed is that they had 1,000% reps all at right tackle. The switch to left tackle is a whole different world. And I think it's going to be a learning curve versus Jordan Morgan. It's just instant plug. Now, I agree with Boss. I think that Graham is one of the best offensive lineman prospects, but I think at the NFL level, he's going to be more inside than outside. If you tell me you're going to kick Tyler out and plug Graham in, let's rock and roll with that. Because
that will be my plan with him, Tuck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because he's filthy. I mean, I was watching him last
filthy,
year.
Man.
Y'all can talk me into that, because my next question was going to be, what about getting a guard? You know what I'm saying? If that's your plan, that's a little bit different, because you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's easier
because we already know what Tyler is as a tackle. Yeah.
Right. Because that's easier. If you tell me we're going to move Tyler Smith out the left tackle, then shoot, that opens up everything, because I can go get Cooper Beebe out of K-State at left guard and get real filthy. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of guys in the interior that can get, but if you're going to keep Tyler Smith at left guard, and the Cowboys have showed all indication that's what they've kind of done, then you got to go get your left tackle. You can't sit and go get a left tackle in the third round or second round this year. This is not the draft class for that.
Nah. And see, this is how I explained it yesterday, man. I'm gonna try to do it today. Y'all be patient. Let me pull it up.
Well, I like the wide receivers. I mean, it's gonna make Cowboys rejoice. You know what I'm saying? You probably buy a few jerseys and everything. But at the end of the day, you know, Baltimore Ravens come to AT&T, they not gonna care. You know, so they don't care about that.
This how I explained it yesterday. And to me, this was the easiest way for everybody to get it. In most draft classes, at the most, you gonna have an opportunity for about 6 first-round eggs.
Mm-hmm.
In most, that's all you go get. But this class is special. You get a chance at 12. So even if you don't need it, the fact that you can have what you usually don't have access to is why you should get it. It's why you should get it. Like, I know, like, some people be like, we don't need it, but it's like, bro, like, just think about what we went through last year, all of us. Remember we was doing the simulators? What was we doing the most? Trying to figure out how to get up to 15. Tackle. We was trying to get up to 15, remember? You ain't got to do that this year. You can stay right there at 24. Your guy go be there.
And this is what I'm also saying, boss. Think about this last year, right? We even had Tyron Smith. We also had Tyler Smith coming off his left tackle season. What was the conversation in the draft room? It was between Matthew Bergeron and Mozzie Smith. So even the Cowboys was still considering tackle after they got Tyron fully back, and they also had Tyler who could play left tackle. They were still considering that position. So I don't think, how can you go from that last year to tackle completely being off the conversation board, especially
with less talent.
Ron Smith with less talent, right?
Right.
So I feel like it has to be at the top of their priority list, and it just makes sense, because I would put Jordan Morgan and Troy Fatano over Matthew Bergeron, who hit the ground running out there in Atlanta. So
yeah,
you know,
and Matthew Bergeron was another one of those versatile players,
right? Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you look at the type,
guess what we're gonna look at next year? Guess what we're gonna look at next year? Tackle. Because we probably gonna look at another tackle the next year, bro. We're always gonna look at tackle all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to cut you off, boss, but I'm just saying, like, when Terrence Steele, if he don't have another year, we're gonna be looking at another tackle next year too, and then we'll be saying that this class is deep. You know what I'm saying? Just like the class before that.
I actually showed it, bro. I went to the Boss Cowboy Guide. That's what's different. I went to the Boss Cowboy Guide and I showed how many first round ranked tackles I had. I did it yesterday. I only had about 5-6 eggs. On this one, I got 10 or 12 eggs, bro. And I went back all 4 years. I looked at every one, every year. I can do it right now. I can show you every year. Me and you can count together. You'll say, yeah, it's about 5. Last year it was about 5. The year before it was about 5. This year,
but do you think 12 is getting drafted? You think 12 is getting drafted in the first round?
And that's why we can sit back. See, to me,
you're gonna have the main two, right? You're gonna have alt, and then
a lot of them is right tackles. Yeah,
and that's gonna push left tackle to us.
Right, yep. and then also you got tossing more quarterbacks in this year's class, and tossing more wide receivers.
In this year's it's gonna push to us.
So that second cluster, you know what I'm saying? Because
it's gonna push
just off of Mims' athleticism, he'll probably go. You know what I'm saying? And then I think Troy will probably be 4th, round 18-ish. You know what I'm saying? So that second cluster is going to be within reach for the Cowboys to get a real quality guy. And the same thing with wide receiver, but I just feel like there's always going to be premium value over a left tackle than just a wide receiver.
Always. It's going to be premium value.
As much as y'all know I love my dog Keon Coleman, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I can get Keon Coleman, or I can turn around and get Javon Baker out of UCF, and that's, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same feel, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not like I'm going from supreme of the supreme to just falling off. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of wide receivers in this year's class, from Taj Washington, Jacob Koenig to, you know, there's just a lot of guys going to be sitting there day 2 where you're going to walk off like, man, we got, if you got a Keon Coleman at 56 because some dummy thinks that he's slow because he ran a 4.6 in the combine and they don't understand how a GPS works, then yeah, we could walk out there with a tackle for Keon Coleman. You know what I'm saying? Like there's going to be opportunity to clean up this draft if the Cowboys go out there and handle business.
Let's play with it. All right, we gonna play with it.
I'll be sick if Washington Commanders got Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Well, if Joe Alt is the 7th tackle on the board, I'm taking him in.
So you got Talise, you got JC Lincoln. So yeah, watch how many tackles about to be sitting right here. And right there, bam! You got
Troy.
I'm not trading nothing.
Right.
No
Look
trades.
at the pick of the litter right there. So you got Troy left tackle. You have Tyler right. You know what I'm saying? So you got tons of talent.
Let me see. I never played with this simulator. Can I look at it by position on this one?
I don't know what you need to click on.
Damn.
I mean, I already know. Yeah, Troy's sitting there, bro. Troy, that dude, bro.
I'm trying to look at it by position because I'm trying to see how many tackles available.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. I feel you.
OT.
Yeah. So you got Fatano, Guyton, Kelsey, Jordan Morgan, and Patrick Paul.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take Troy right here, easily.
Right.
Let's look at the wide receivers. Keon Coleman,
yes.
Mitchell.
Troy's a better player than all those guys up there.
Both of your guys. This is a no-brainer to me. Let's go with tackle first and see what happens. Cool?
Yeah, do it.
All right. So we picked the
tackle.
So now the next test is gonna be what receivers are sitting here. If
you also had Graham right there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you honestly, I would consider. I mean, people will be pissed, but I would consider running back at that position before I would consider wide receiver.
We have to take a running back day 2, bro. We have to.
We need a running back desperately.
This is going to be interesting.
The Eagles.
And that's another argument for another day. But because we don't have a 4th round pick, we got to take a running back on day 2. So it's got to be within these next 2 picks. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
because then
Patrick
you missing out.
Still there.
Right, and Kyron. You got Kyron there.
See, I think you got to look linebacker here though.
So you could go with Roman. So boom, you got Jalen Pulse, you got Roman Wilson, you got Xavier Legette. Yeah, so you can go Xavier.
But you just looking on offense though. Who's on defense?
Yeah, go look at linebacker.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm taking, and see now you no receiver, but I'm taking Edrin Cooper.
Let's debate this real quick, bro, because I got some problems. I just want y'all to hear me out. I have a problem drafting linebacker because it's not just about the seed; it's about where that seed being planted.
Okay.
Well, hit that button, bro, and get Edrin Cooper.
I mean, I'm trying to understand.
But no, I at least want to have this talk, though, bro. We gotta have this talk. We gotta at least talk about it.
No, bro, I don't give a damn. I go out there and help Scott McCurley my damn self. Hey, I got some free time, bro.
We still got. I mean, Gunther get him right, bro. Gunther get him right.
All right, yeah. All right, we gotta go with Cooper, bro. That's come on, bro. That's what it is. I love the draft already. I'm already loving this draft.
Those two, I'm good, bro. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
like I told
I'm already feeling good. Hey,
it's all about the player for me. It's not necessarily position. So I want y'all to remember that.
Yeah. I'm loving the first two players easily.
Yeah, they're gonna be wide receivers because this app is tripping. There's gonna be some wide receivers sitting right there, and also gonna be running back sitting right there too. And bang, go to wide receiver.
Ooh, see, I would have been cool with.
I know.
Go to wide receiver real quick.
All right, here we go.
See, you got Dwayne Carter right there.
I hurt my feelings.
So you could go with Jermaine Burton out of Alabama. You have Jamari Thrash. Jacob County is one of the biggest separation wide receivers in this year's class. Scroll down real quick. Let's see here.
I don't.
You might be able to get that,
bro.
Guys, close. That's all they got.
We don't got to pick the next round.
This simulator kind of.
Okay, cool. Let's say it. So there's receivers right there, like Jermaine. So and people got mad at me on Twitter, but if you want your dog, yeah, Braylon Allen, that's your big physical running back. You got Jalen Wright.
Ooh,
it's one of the nastiest running backs in this year's class. Speed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What did y'all have?
Here's my question. Here's my question, guys. Yeah, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Tony on the team or not? Because that matters about how I feel about Jalen Wright.
Tony on the team.
Tony on the team. Well, then
Tony's on the team. You gotta go Braylon if you go running back here.
If you go Braylon if Tony on the team.
Why would I go running back early if Tony's on the team?
Because I need a power back with Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shown that he needs somebody else. But I'm not. I feel you, Tuck. I get what you're saying. That's an excellent
you don't
question.
have to get one in the third round if he's on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think these running backs.
And then what the defensive tackles look like right now? You know what I'm saying? Because we talking about stopping the run too.
Because he also had Dwayne. You got Dwayne Carter right there, but I know y'all want y'all wide receiver.
Yes, I do.
So if you want your wide receiver, I would go with Jermaine Burton. Because y'all want y'all dog, y'all want y'all nasty.
That's definitely dog.
He is a dog. And by the way, Tuck, can I say something about Jermaine Burton? This quarterback didn't do him justice, bro. Let's just keep it 100.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't do him justice at all. Crispy routes, all that stuff, bro. He's your Alabama typical receiver, and it just didn't get it didn't get showcased.
Right. Yeah.
I only went 3 rounds.
Get baby Jerry Rice in that case.
I'm cool with this draft.
Bada boom, bada bing.
I'm cool with that. Let's do one more.
I'm cool with it too, bro. I'm cool with it too.
Let's do one more. All right. So, because what we really low-key was testing was the theory between receiver or tackle in the first and what it would do at the second. So, right now, even though I know we're not going to want to, let's force receiver at the first and see what happens.
Okay.
Hey, what about running back?
Not in the first.
Are we looking for a free agent running back? Y'all talked about this already.
Maybe let's play with it and assume Pollard, because Pollard out there being friendly, talking about, hey, I'll take a team friendly deal, boss. I'll take a
I mean, of course.
What you
Man,
do?
he got the brown paper bag out there, boy.
Until they toss it on the ground and go get it.
I went fast this time. Hold on, I'm being stupid. I didn't pick my team.
Yeah, you forgot to click Cowboys.
Big dummy. All right.
I haven't looked at Jermaine Burton yet, but I am tonight.
They tried to lie on my guy earlier on Twitter. I was like, what's going on?
All right, here we go. I got it on fast now. All right, here we go. I'm rejecting all trades. For now. Just for now. See, this is something I would have... you know what I mean? Ooh.
Man, I would have took that. I would have took that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah. However that fell, I still would have taken Troy, but you said we're going to force receiver, right? I would
let
go
me see
receiver
first
based on
before
how it fell.
I don't want to force receiver still.
Are you not going to be a man of your word and force receiver, really?
Yeah,
not with these guys. No.
I tried.
Oh, hell no.
I ain't going to force this one. Nope. But now, if y'all want to force it, we can. Man, nah, I'm like, no.
Yeah. No, let's force it because that's what the fans want. They want to force it.
Let's force it, bro. You right. So
I would go Mitchell if I was gonna get it. I would go Mitchell.
Go get Mitchell. Go get Mitchell, boss. The fastest one. That's where everybody wants the toy. Go get
I don't want the fastest. The fastest.
No,
I thought Xavier was the fastest.
I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with it.
Fastest, biggest one.
Yeah. All right, so we got a receiver. Now let's see what it does to tackle.
Now Dak get his back blown out.
Your boy Patrick Paul. I don't think he's ready though, but yeah.
I would get him in a heartbeat here.
I do like Patrick Paul though. I like Patrick Paul though. I do.
You're gonna have to, or you're gonna have me out there on the blind side.
Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm loving this draft so far. Ooh. All right. So now
look at linebacker.
Linebacker and DT. Let's just see. Ooh.
And we got to look at running back. All right. Y'all say look at linebacker. All right.
Linebacker and DT.
Yo, hey, this app disrespecting Jeremiah Trotter. I mean, I would go with Trotter.
Hold on. Did we look at running back?
I mean, you got Jonathan Brooks. Injury. That's Dallas Cowboys all over it.
Yeah, they get him in the third round there. They would, but it's
Trotter.
Look at DT. Who at DT?
Yeah, Kenley Jackson.
Still the same guy.
I think he was a formal visit. Yeah, he was. Jackson was. Dwayne Carter, Tyler Davis, Jordan Jefferson, who I like.
I'm thinking Trotter, bro.
I mean, you ain't gonna get no linebacker if you don't get Trotter. So
yeah, I think Trotter's cool.
Let's do one more.
That's beautiful. Look at that.
That's really not that bad, though.
Oh, say, listen.
That's really not that bad, bro.
It ain't the first one, though.
I gotta take
no, it ain't better than the first one.
Bruh. Yeah, the first one.
DMV, wait a minute now.
If I'm...
No, I go with the first.
Go ahead, Candy.
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
Nah, that first
Troy a bad boy.
Let's do
man.
one more.
Look, I like Troy a lot. I love
Everybody
Troy.
in the chat saying womp womp. Yeah,
womp womp.
Yeah, we cool. You know what I'm saying? We got a toy though. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like it. I think we had fun. Here we go. One more.
I mean, we don't know.
All right, we ain't forcing nothing this time. We ain't forcing nothing. No forcing nothing. All right, here we go.
All right, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out on this one. With their scheme and how Mike Zimmer and them do, and they have these edges, man. Chad Robinson might not be bad for what they do. That's just thinking off the top of the head.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I'm not drafting for a guy on a 1-year deal, fam. Just saying, like, hell, Zimmer might not make it. You know what I'm saying? So
shit, they all on a 1-year deal.
That's what I'm saying.
They all on a 1-year deal.
I don't care about what Zimmer like. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're not even going to be
but you're right though. Offensive. Here's the thing. A tackle is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I get what y'all saying with that. A receiver too, but to your point, tackle is always going to go above it. But if the player is better, I'm always going the better player. So that's my theory on it.
I was going Byron Murphy. I feel like he's most direct in the interior, but I already see where Boss is covering.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
Wait, Byron Murphy's up there. Byron Murphy's up there.
I think is ready to jump in right now.
What the hell is we talking about? Byron Murphy. I know.
I go with Byron Murphy, bro.
What?
I'm not.
Hey, why is he ranked 26th here, bro?
I don't know. This app tripping, but wait, it's ain't no problem, bro. Ain't no problem.
Hey.
I'm going with Byron Murphy, like ASAP, getting up out of there.
No lie, I didn't even see that. Good eyes, Tuck. I'm like, hold on, what?
That's why I was wondering. You said Chop. I'm like, yeah, Chop is cool and all, but not.
I wanted to get my butt Graham, but I'm a big team player.
Come on, there you go with Andrew Cooper, team defense.
Hey, I'm going back defense.
Me too, team defense. You started it.
Wait a minute.
Right now we getting the best players. We just being honest. We getting the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are right now.
Now I go look at
Barton was the best player though, bro. Burton, he was the best player.
As long as we get players that can jump in right now, so I feel like Cowboys are.
No lotto. Right, hey, I do like Cedric Van Pran though.
I don't know where he's
as a center. Have y'all had a chance to really look at him?
Yeah. He's decent. I don't think he's going to go as early as people are saying, just for a pure center. I feel like After JPJ goes in the first round, it's going to be all up in the air. So you might be able to get him in the third. Look at a wide receiver real quick, boss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could go with Jermaine Burton. You can go with Brendan Rice, Jacob Counting, or you can go get your running back as well in the third.
I'm liking a running back.
Running back.
Yeah, I'm liking Braylon Allen.
Yeah,
I like Braylon right here too.
I like Jalen Wright over Braylon Allen, but that's just me. But y'all, we're bringing.
I do too, Tuck. I do too. Yeah, it just depends on what we bring back.
Yeah, I definitely like Jalen Wright over. If I'm just picking a running back based on who I had high, it would be Jalen. Yeah,
and that's with Pollard on the team.
No, I wasn't assuming Pollard.
Even if Pollard's on the team, I'm still going with Jalen Wright, bro. But.
Yeah, that 4.39.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point though, because look,
and he was my number one.
Look at Kansas
back.
City.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Kansas City. They have a lot of the same type of running backs or body types anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was the most fundamental to me. He was the most fundamental. Draft is over. I love the draft.
That's sick, bro.
It's different. It's different. We didn't get bogged down in tackle. We didn't get bogged down in receiver. Mm-hmm. Cowboy Nation would celebrate this. I still wouldn't want him or expect Byron to be instant. I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. But by year 3, I would guarantee he would be. What's my boy that played for Clemson? That played for the Giants right now.
Oh, god dang! I know you're talking about.
I guarantee.
I don't know
by
why.
year 3, he is. I can't remember his name. What's wrong with me today? Too much weed. Damn. What's his name? Man, I know y'all know. The one tech for the Giants.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. I know who you're talking about though.
Whoever he is,
Dexter?
Dexter Lawrence. Yep.
Whoever he is.
Byron Murphy is Dexter Lawrence. A more athletic Dexter Lawrence.
Byron Murphy's off the chain. He won't be.
Yeah, so by year 3, we'll be celebrating that pick, and Adrian Cooper would be immediate. That would be immediate impact. Jalen Wright would be immediate impact. Immediate. Yeah, immediate impact. Y'all want to do one more, y'all?
Okay, well, in that case,
no lie.
We already smoked last year's class with those 3 picks, man.
Yeah, them 3 picks. I gotta do one more, bro. This draft season. I'm sorry, just one more. I'm sorry.
As long as they're immediate impacts, because I feel like that's what the Cowboys are going for this season. Since they say they're going all in.
Ooh, I would take that in the heartbeat.
Don't do it.
You know why I would take it? Because we don't have a 4th.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I would take it too.
I would take that because we don't have a 4th. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels can move on from that.
No bull. No lie though, bro. I've done the draft and taken Jaden Daniels before.
I'm gonna get my guy this time. I'm gonna get my guy.
I wouldn't do it though.
I would consider it. If it happened in real life, I would.
I worked with y'all on the last draft, so.
Troy Franklin. Go get Troy Franklin.
This is
wide receiver.
No.
Yeah, Troy Franklin.
Hey, Troy like that. Troy like that, bro.
You don't feel him, Ken?
Troy gonna light all them wide receivers up.
She don't like Troy? You don't like Troy?
It's not that I don't like Troy.
I think we did do that too fast.
Out of that list right there, yes. But
I didn't look through that list good enough.
Running back, there was nobody there available. Running back.
We didn't even look. We didn't look at defense or nothing, bro. We tripped out on that, bro. We should have looked at defense.
Bro, you good. You still like
no touch.
We could have passed up on like.
You couldn't pass up on no Troy Franklin sitting right there. You could have
no. Yeah, remember we got Cooper in the second round.
Cooper who?
A&M.
But Troy Franklin wasn't there in the second round of the last draft.
No, I'm saying on this draft we didn't even look. It was just we was too fast.
You didn't need to because you had Troy Franklin sitting there in the second round at 56.
All right,
Yeah,
so we got Barton, we got receiver. All right, let me look. Let me look at offense, defense.
Yeah, get you a linebacker in Jeremiah Trotter or Dwayne Carter. Absolutely looking. I got Austin Booker had a bad combine. Or you can go with McKinley Jackson. I feel like the Cowboys are going to draft McKinney Jackson, though. If I had to bet on a player that they're going to draft, it's going to be him.
You taking that to Vegas?
To McKinney Jackson?
Right here?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm kind of thinking Blake.
Blake Corum?
Mm-hmm. Even though he got a lot of mileage. You
can go with Bucky, man. Bucky's explosive. I'm not much of a fan of Will Shipley, but
so one of y'all gonna have to break the tie.
Bucky Irving.
What Blake and
position?
Running back.
Yeah. Go. There you go.
I would have gone Blake, but y'all
Me
went
too.
too fast.
I want to go Blake. See, you should have said something, DMV.
Yeah, right. You think about it.
You
It's
should have
all right.
said something. You wait.
No, but you said break the tie. She said Bucky. I was about to say
but
Blake.
See, I
and you hit
needed
it.
you, so we would have kept fighting. We would have just had to keep fighting. Damn. It's all good though.
This
I
ain't
still
bad
like the
though.
draft. I still like the
This
draft.
ain't bad.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. So, what's our final words? Because we gonna have to do receiver again. We have to do receiver again with
We have to do receiver again.
because we didn't talk about a lot of receivers that we need to talk about.
And we held off a
be mad at
landlord,
me.
though, bro. We held off a landlord.
Nah, you can do receivers.
Yeah, we held off for my boy landlord. I want landlord back before we go head into receiver.
Yeah, because landlord Henny on this wide receiver thing, they got all these numbers.
Let's talk about this real quick, man. Xavier Worthy and breaking that record. I'm not falling for it.
But boss, you know they are though. They're like people just like speed, right? And I tell Cowboys fans,
I like them.
I like them a lot, but I'm not falling for like that 40, meaning that's a game speed 40. I'm not falling for that.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you why I like it, because it's probably gonna push. It's gonna probably push another receiver down.
True.
Right.
That's why I like it.
You
know
right.
what I'm saying? So go ahead. Go ahead.
It's going to have the CeeDee Lamb effect, Justin Jefferson effect. In that draft, CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson were the better wide receivers. And granted, I wasn't doing loud draft content back there, but it was clear as day. But what you had Ruggs and Judy come out there with the speed, and people just pick the fastest guy like it's mad. Like, people got to understand, NFL scouts do stupid stuff, right? So Xavier Worthy, some of these guys, Donnie Mitchell, they're going to see those combine numbers, and someone's going to draft them. Like, okay, yeah, because they're so fast in the combine. I mean, did anybody take notice of what Jalen Hyatt did last year?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to being a wide receiver than just speed, and that's why I'm saying you're going to get a Keon Coleman push back in your lap. You're going to get a Jalen Polk push back in your lap, a Xavier Leggett push back in your lap, a Javon Baker, who's one of my favorite in this year's class, push back in your lap, where you don't have to reach and you're sitting there and you don't have to force speed him and feel obligated because you took him at 24 to get him involved. If you get Javon Baker at 56 and he gets 565 yards his rookie season, everybody's cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you take him at 24, you're like, man, we need, guys like 450. We need him more. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, you can sit back, and there's tons of wide receivers in this year's class. Yeah, I guess you can say that's my final word. So
my final word would be Xavier, to me, still has the best game speed on tape.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, when they track these balls by GPS in the league, he gonna run faster. Than the previous guy who just broke the record, Xavier. I guarantee you. Because there's nobody, to me, in this draft that looks scarier on tape than Xavier. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with Tank Dell last year. What was Tank Dell 40 last year? 449. Did he play like that?
Oh, hell no.
He played way faster than 4.49. You know what I mean? So I'm learning my lesson from Tank Dell. This year, I'm not gonna fall for the fastest 40 because he also Xavier said something that the people didn't peep. He kept saying, my trainers kept saying, trust the training. Trust the training. You're gonna peak at the right time, right? Man, listen, man. Tom Brady literally just ran faster than when he. These boys got 40. The science of running that 40 down. So it's like I'm more so watching how you play football with your 40 as confirmation to my eyes. That's my final word.
Okay, so for me and the receiver, right? We talked about this. Landlord made a very, very good case last week for me to consider receiver because I wasn't even considering a receiver until we kind of talked about it, right? And so for me, this pick is all about whoever can help us hit the ground running. You guys saw when we did the simulator, when Troy was on the board, I had no problem taking Troy. But you know what I'm saying, when it fell other ways, it's all about getting the best player that helps us hit the ground running at that time. We have a need for X. You know what I'm saying? So if we get into a situation where, you know, the offensive lineman and, you know, we're putting up an offensive lineman and a receiver next to each other, I'm all about getting the very best player that's going to help us right at that moment and it's going to play day one, no problems. You know what I'm saying? No problems getting them on the field. That's what I'm all about, you know, and that's my final word. Appreciate y'all. And let's not forget about the run game. We got to get this run game right again.
That's real.
My sentiments exactly. If we are to acquire a wide receiver, I know you guys are against it, but I completely agree with DMV. We need someone that's going to make an immediate impact with our gameplay. I'm going to say Keon Coleman. I know he's not going to be there still, but he's at the top of my list right now.
What's up with Keon? Because you keep pushing Keon.
I believe her. You see that look in her eyes?
Pushing the
I seen a little star come out.
And I like Keon too, but I just want to kind of.
That's her cousin. That's her cousin.
Because she done said Keon about 20 times, man. Like, Keon.
Bruh. That's her cousin, man.
He's just at the top of my list of about 4 or 5 right now. I have y'all's guy Troy on there, but I haven't looked at him as in depth, so I don't want to say Troy. I have Xavier on here, but Keon, the 3 that I looked at was Brian, Keon, and Adonai Mitchell, and Keon just was the perfect one for me. I'm sorry, that sounds silly, but the size, blocking,
I get it. No, I agree. I get it.
Ability, his release, everything. And I understand the 4.6 speed, but if we have CD out there, CD is fast. We just need that wideout. So if Keon's gonna come in and be that wideout for us, I feel like he could get the job done. I personally feel like I'm crazy. I looked at his Instagram and all that. We have to see who fits into the Cowboy culture, and I feel like he would be a perfect match for the Cowboys organization. I feel like he would come in, gel with the players, and I feel like him and CD could be that dynamic duo. Like, you know, we used to have when we won the Super Bowl in '87. Yeah, we need that dynamic duo again. I feel like we don't have that. Yes, Brandon Cooks and CD had a great season, but we need that Cowboys wide receiver dynamic duo back on the field. And I, for some reason, think Keon and CD would make a great pair.
Here's all you got to say, sis. All you got to tell these people, go watch LSU versus Florida State and ask them to tell you who was the best wide receiver on the field that day. Don't say nothing else.
And then another thing that's important, the new science of GPS skills. I mean, science. That's an important science that a lot of people take for granted. I know it was your final word. I didn't mean to hijack it.
But actually what J Tuck just said too was perfect. he outshined the hell out of Brian in that game. But go ahead, sorry.
And neighbors.
Now the GPS, that GPS technology.
Yeah.
The ability to measure game speed now. That's people. You gotta. That's an extra data source that we should take serious. Some people not good at testing. Just what it is. They're bad testers.
Agreed.
That's just what it is.
But
CJ was.
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say people are bad testers. It's like you were gonna say CJ Stroud. Like it's just the 40, y'all. Like there's people who run the 40.
Right.
Who cannot play football. There's a difference. Can you get out them breaks? Like there's a lot when it comes to being a wide receiver. But don't worry, I got something cooked for y'all tomorrow when it comes to Keon Coleman. Because I'm seeing a lot of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I see Kelvin Benjamin. All right, bro. Kelvin Benjamin. Right. We gonna get surgical tomorrow. I got y'all with this.
His vertical. Oh my! We need players that's gonna go up and catch the ball. That was one of the biggest things that stood out to me about Keon Coleman. I kept seeing him jump for that ball. We have players that are scared to go. And let's be honest,
he ain't gonna gator on those slants.
Always
Shots
on
fired.
point with his throws. Dak a couple of times we saw it this year in one of the games. Dak kept kind of overthrowing the receivers. We need somebody that's not going to always need the ball hit on the money, and I feel like Brian Thomas, he's a great route runner, but the balls were just dropping in his hands. Like, okay, you drop it here, I'm gonna catch it, but I didn't see him going up like Keon, jumping up to get the ball where it was at.
Even CeeDee Lamb don't attack the balls all the time.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb don't attack the balls. You right, Keon.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Keon's
a former Michigan State basketball player. Like
she made a hell of a point. Yup.
Yeah.
She made a good point about talking about pairing them up. Like when you think about pairing them up, they look like the perfect match, bro.
Yep.
Him and CD.
They cousins. You know what I'm saying? Everything's lined up, but the Cowboys are stupid. They don't draft from Florida State. But him and CeeDee Lamb are cousins. He's already training with D-Rob, who trains a lot of Dallas Cowboys wide receivers out there. You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin's like speaking highly about him. Everything is lining up properly for Keon Coleman because just like she said, right? When you watch Keon Coleman, y'all know I'm a no, so I know my guys, right? Jordan Travis he never really played his game the way like a lot of quarterbacks do because he knew if I had one-on-one with Keon Coleman, who's 6'3", or I had Johnny Wilson on the perimeter, who's 6'7", I can just go toss the ball up and have them high point the ball and go get it. So he put the ball in play for a lot of them, the back shoulder throws and a lot of different things for them to go get it. But he can run slants. He can run routes. Like he was a punt returner for Florida State. So for these people to act like he doesn't have any agility or any speed or burst, he was our punt returner. You know what I'm saying? Like go watch the Miami game, how he changed the course of that game with the punt return. He has it all. And the reason why his numbers isn't all godly, well, because you had a NFL draft pick in Johnny Wilson. You also had Jaheim Bell at tight end. You also had Trey Benson at running back. And you also had Jordan Travis, who definitely taking, using his legs a lot too. So he doesn't get a lot of opportunity to put with godly numbers. But when his opportunity came, and anytime we need the answer for Florida State, Keon Coleman stepped up and he pretty much saved our season and would have anchored a national championship appearance. So he's definitely one of those, but push him down to 56 if you want him to.
And then Just said if you take a wide receiver in one, you might as well take word that he's the fastest in the NFL. That's what I'm saying. Them 40 times
but
don't
that's
mean
not,
you're the fastest. Hold on,
we
real
have
quick,
to.
Candy. Just real quick. I'm be quick. The 40 time don't mean you the fastest. That means you ran the fastest 40. The GPS mean that you're the fastest. A lot of people don't know. You know who was the fastest player in 2021? A lot of people don't know this. Guess who was the fastest player over Tariq Hill? Diggs.
Was it Daniel Jones?
It was Diggs.
Really?
Diggs. Diggs had the fastest. What? Yes, he had the fastest game speed in the NFL. Yep, Diggs.
Hey, what year did Daniel Jones run like 23 miles per hour or something like that? He ran like it was one of the fastest.
Yeah.
I know I'm not crazy in that.
Yeah. So I'd rather look at your GPS over your 40 time now, to be honest.
Right.
Because that tells me how
like
you play like adrenaline. When your adrenaline going, does it make you like a flight or fight type person? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And do you trust your hands, right? Because when you're running that drill that a lot of people are talking about when he hit the 22 miles per hour, is like, are you slowing down and make sure that you're securing each and every catch? Or are you flying through bam right, bam left, bam right, and not decelerating? That's what Keon Coleman's a gamer. Like
he was attacking the hell out that ball.
Right. He attacks the ball, bro. Yeah. Like that's what he does. And so, y'all don't remember who ran the fastest 40 for wide receiver last year. So don't get caught up in all that. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean you the fastest. It really don't. Like think about it, John Ross.
Right.
Did he ever look like he was running that 4.22?
No.
Never.
No.
His 4.22 never looked like a 4.22 on the field. But that 40,
right. And I guarantee
them Daisy Dukes and gym shorts,
it looked good. It looked good. I mean, you probably put Turpin out there to run a 4. You probably gonna clock like a low 4.4. Who cares? Can you play football, bro? You know what I'm saying? There's more to it than just being able to run a fast 40. What good is a fast 40 gonna do you if I can jam you up and press you by your throat out of bounds on the line of scrimmage? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just there's more to it. What is your release? Can you catch? Can you high point the ball? Like, what can you do after you have the ball in your hands? There's a lot of different things in this straight line speed, but it's all fun.
It's all fun, but we all need to have this discussion, Tuck, because I don't think enough people have it. You know what I mean?
No, they don't. Because we all get caught up in the measurables, in the numbers, and it's just cute and attractive, and this guy's better than this guy because he ran faster. Like, okay, you don't have a 99 speed on Madden. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? A better football player.
This is a very good question before we officially hit this button. My boy say, Boss and J Tuck, is Keon faster than Michael Irvin? His game speed look like it.
I mean, yeah.
Because Michael Irvin was never fast. He was
right.
He wasn't fast.
Right.
But that's why we have the dynamic duos. Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper. It didn't matter because they were there together.
Kevin Williams. Yep.
T.O., Terry Glenn, Dez, Miles Austin. I went back and looked at the top duo wide receivers in the NFL, and then the Cowboys top dynamic duos. Because if we're trying to get back to that winning era, that Super Bowl era, then we're gonna have to bring some of that back into play in our offense.
I love this comment,
so
and then we out for it. He said, plus look at functional speed, and that's something that Tuck and Candy talking about with Coleman. That functional speed, like a wide receiver ain't coming out no 3-point stands or track stands. Exactly. So that's why that new thing that they was doing this year was that important. When they were showing them going down the gauntlet, the fastest going down the gauntlet when it counted, Keon.
Right. So to give you clarity, y'all, last year's wide receivers fastest 40s: Andre Losevis, Antoine Green, A.T. Perry, Bryce Ford Wheaton, Cedric Tillman, and Charlie Jones. They better than Jordan Addison. You know what I'm saying? Nope. So yeah, don't get caught up in it. Jalen Brooks, who a lot of people like for the Cowboys, he ran a 4.69. Jalen Brooks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And you know, I like the 40, but I'm not gonna put everything into the 40. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's, it's something that'll make me go take a second or third look at you though. You know what I mean?
Right.
To make sure that my eyes not tripping, because occasionally all our eyes can trip. Everybody. It's just that's why sometimes I gotta watch people 2 or 3 times. I hate you the first time, love you the second time. It's just crazy. It work like that sometimes. I think that's because sometimes if we being honest, sometimes you think you alert, you not.
Right.
You coming on from the kids. You know what I mean? You know.
She Rice ran 4.5 last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
somebody just said Jerry Rice ran a 4.6. You can't see that on the field. Jerry Rice always looked like he was 4.4. Always. 4.6 speed. So anyway, man, we go double up this receiver, and we go likely mix it. What we gonna mix receiver with next week? Running back? We ain't did running back yet. Did we do running back? Didn't we do running back?
No, we did do running back yet. We did. We started out with linebacker.
Let's do running back. Cause see, running back changed for me after the combine.
I can see why.
Yeah, it changed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it did. It did. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm with Cement.
We're still doing draft prospects, running back prospects.
Running back next week, but we go definitely deal with some receiver, but we go also talk running back too. You know, so we go do like we did this week. We doubled up. We talked about tackle, kind of finished up the thoughts on tackle, jumped in the receiver. We gonna do that for running back. And next week, free agency gonna be going. Ooh, it's gonna be lit next week. Ooh. The last slow week.
Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick, it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb. Oh!
I will move down.
The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin. We got to trade. We got to trade.
BossCowboySports and the OC
We got to trade.
I said this is the place to move
We were
down.
just sitting here talking Justin Fields.
I said it loud and clear. This is the place to move down.
Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson. Really solid player from Wisconsin. He can do all of it. He can block. He can run routes. He can actually make people miss in the open field.
Have a race car like a target, I'm caught filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even want my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich, I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.